What's up guys, it's been a while, but we are back with another Lantern video, this time post Lurrus band and Neon Dynasty release. We do get to add Boseiju who endures, which is a way to just interact with any enchantments, artifacts, or non-basic lands. This can be things like Blood Moon, Chalice of the Void, Tron lands, just anything that kind of gets in our way. As for the main deck, we're still on our 4 Bauble to turn on our Rainbow lands, our Hand Disruption, our Ancient Stirrings. We love Ancient Stirrings. They help us find our artifacts that we need really quickly. We still have our 4 Shredder, 4 Lantern, 2 Pithing Needle, 2 Pyxis of Pandemonium. As for our Graveyard Hate main deck, we were running Grafdigger's Cage in the main, but that's kind of been less effective in this current meta, so we moved that to the sideboard. So we replaced that with a Soul Guide Lantern just to kind of hit on that graveyard more, especially with Living End being very popular right now. Grafdigger's Cage does nothing against that. And then for our burn matchup, we still have Cookbook because that's been really great. We did bring back our Talisman just because Blood Moon has been pretty prevalent with Murktide, Rhinos runs Blood Moon, and other decks kind of splash it here and there, so I wanted to see if this is worth it or not. We still have our 4 Bridge and our 4 Ending. Bridge obviously is one of the most important cards in this deck. And then in the sideboard, we have 2 Fatal Push for early interaction, Voidwalker for all those graveyard matchups, the Cage from the main board that we put in the sideboard, Damping Sphere for Tron or any type of combo deck, Spellskite to protect our artifacts, Chalice of the Void and Void Mirror for Cascade, like Rhinos and Living End, Kaya for burn and more Graveyard Hate, Welding Jar to protect our artifacts, another Pithing Needle. It's just such a flexible card. And then we have Light from the Loam for the 4 color decks, just kind of grind them out with sagas if we can. Any control deck that we play against is just really good against them. So this is just my first iteration after the Lurrus ban and with all the new sets out. Not too much has changed about the deck, but we'll see how it goes in this league. Feel free to ask any questions. I see a lot of questions on the Lantern Discord and Lantern social media asking if we need this card, what about this, just kind of offering different options. And feel free to ask any of those questions in the comment below and I will answer the best I can. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, that like button, and well, let's get into the gameplay. All right, welcome to round 1. We are on the draw here. This looks like a pretty solid hand. We have Urza Saga to make some constructs. We have some early interaction here, and we have Bridge in case they're a creature deck. So we're going to keep this. And we're against Sebastian, who is, I think, a well-known player. So Thoughtseize, not surprised. Probably take Bridge. So they took Ending, which makes me think that they have, I'm assuming like Death Shadow or something like that, so we'll see. Play out Cookbook, play Bauble. We'll wait to play Bauble. Just because they're a hand disruption deck, so they could just take whatever we get and on their turn. All right, so let's look at. All right, so that's kind of annoying for us. Let's pitch flats. We're gonna keep Spire because that's our white source in case we draw anything. All right, well there's our Courier, so that's fine. And there's Soul Guide Lantern. That's actually pretty good if it's relevant here. We'll cast that. We'll get that out, and because we don't know if they have like Croxar or something like that, and they could always take it away. And I guess that's all we can do. So we know they're drawing Monkey, so they could dash Ragavan, which is looks like that's what they're gonna do. We can't get rid of our hand fast enough for a Bridge this turn anyway, but hopefully they don't have anything important. Okay, they hit a Bridge, that's good. So hopefully they don't have Thoughtseize. Okay, they don't. Drew another Bridge, that's solid. So the weird thing about this setup is, so we have access to 2 Saga tokens. They could have K Command. Do we make construct tokens or do we just set up for Bridge? I think because we have 2 Bridges and we have Cookbook going, I think we can do some construct things. So they could have Push, they could have K Command, they could have Bolt, play Cliffs tapped, a Harbinger. Interesting. Is this Goblins? Wow, it is Goblins. Okay. Well, that's good. So now we can get a Pithing Needle and name what's it called? What's his name? We're not going to discard this land because we're getting rid of Saga here. Ending's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we want to make another construct token? I think we do for that pressure. And then we can go get a pithing needle and name... We could just name Kiki Jiki. Alright, so we're gonna get pithing needle. I guess we name Kiki Jiki because we didn't see Snoop yet. Oh, and I skipped through that. That's annoying. Alright, let's play our land out. Yeah, so we meant to attack there, obviously. Liliana. This is an interesting thing. So they're going to make us sack a creature. Okay. Monkey, sure. So, yeah, we definitely should have got in. It's kind of annoying that we skipped through that, but I'm going to draw a card here. Shredder, okay. We would love to get a lantern. Oh, Thoughtseize is actually really good here. So let's start with Thoughtseize. We don't care about Kiki because it's shut off. We'll take Grief. We can pay the 1 life. Exile Monkey here. Play Shredder. We'll attack Lily. They should chump. No, they didn't. Okay. So they just have Kiki in hand. They're top decking. Hopefully they don't draw anything. What'd they do? Oh, they drew Persist. Jeez. Okay. I mean, they take 1 bridge. That's fine. Get him for 2. Sure. Pixis. We're still reluctant to play out the bridge right now. Again, they should be lower in life, but kind of messed that one up. They better not draw a ringleader. Let's see. Oh, they're just playing Kiki out. Okay. Just as like a 2/2 beater. Okay. Takes 6. We don't know what they drew for turn. So there's no point in getting rid of this right now because that's not going to change our clock. And we don't want to eat this food because that will slow our clock also. Okay, well, we're definitely going to eat this land because we don't need that. And then they go to 5. So if they don't draw anything, they're just on like chump block. Most likely. Shit. Okay, they drew Snoop. What's their hand? Rebirth, we don't care about that. We also have Shredder and Pixis to get rid of their tops, the top of their deck, so we don't really care. We're going to 1 here. We can eat 1 food. Because they're still at 5, so we still have lethal on board if it comes down to it. And we may have to play bridge out here if we don't draw what we need. Inquisition. So we're gonna... This is gonna end up being like a bridge plan, it looks like. That stinks, yeah. So we would have this. I guess they wouldn't have attacked before. So they're gonna chump here, sure. We know they're drawing Rebirth. And then we're gonna have to play bridge out. So now we are on the bridge plan. So now we can just kind of focus on that. Another Shredder. Just check their hand. No, they're not. Terminate. I'll take Rebirth. We don't really care anymore. Alright, now we just have to like mill them out. Alright, so the opponent made us mill them out, which we're not surprised, but take a little bit of time off our clock. But I didn't make you watch all that stuff. So nothing crazy. What did we get to see here? So their deck is just a Grief Snoop combo deck. Like mid-rangey thing. I don't know. So for this matchup, we're definitely going to be bringing in our Fatal Pushes for the small creatures. I don't even know what they're going to bring in since this is kind of like a weird brew they have, I guess. Definitely going to be bringing in another Pithing Needle because we can name Kiki, Snoop, Sling Gang. Could bring in some protection because they're probably going to be bringing in maybe Trash Master. I don't know what kind of artifact stuff. Maybe K Command. All right, as for what to bring out, they don't run any graveyard stuff, so we can board out all our graveyard things. Obviously, bridge is great, ending's great. Let's see, so if we bring in these, probably one jar. Have to make a couple cuts. I don't think we need cookbook. We definitely keep that in against like burn, but this is, we'll shave a couple of thought seizes just because while they are a combo deck, they kind of pitch their hand really quick, so they're less good. So I think we can try that. So we'll bring in 2 Fatal Push, a Pithing Needle, 2 Spellskite, and a Welding Jar. We'll take out a Relic, Cookbook, Soul Guide Lantern, and some Thought Seizes. Alright, so this hand looks pretty good. We have some early interaction, our lands, kind of see what they're working with, and then all we need is a Shredder or something like that. Opponent's only getting to 5. That's good for us. We'll F6. We gotta save as much time as possible. They'll probably hit us with a Thoughtseize or Inquisition here. Yeah. Let's see what they take. They didn't take Bridge last time. They made that mistake. So we'll see what they do this time. They took our Inquisition. Okay. So we're gonna play out Spire and play out Lantern. Another hand disruptive spell. We play Spire instead of Glimmer Void because if they destroy our Lantern, then we just get Stone Rained, and that's not fun. So they can take probably Bridge, I would imagine. Yeah. We get to draw Talisman so we can ramp a little bit. Kind of drawing a lot of lands, but... Alright, there's our third land. Alright, Saga's good. Play out Spellskite here. And pass. This is good. This stops Ragavan from getting to us. Alright, Snoop. With Harbinger on top. So obviously we're going to kill Snoop on our turn. Because that's frustrating with here. Alright, so we're going to draw our Saga. Play Saga out. This will probably end up getting a Shredder, but we'll see. Definitely going to immediately ending this. And this is why ending is such a great card. Great addition to our deck. And I'll pass. Alright, Harbinger. To go get something. Okay. And they conceded. I mean, sometimes you'll experience this playing Lantern. It's interesting to see this online, and I think this person is like a well-known player, so that makes it even more interesting. But I mean, people are gonna do what they're gonna do. All right, welcome to round 2. We are on the draw here. This hand looks pretty solid. We have our Rainbow Land here. We have our Bauble to turn it on, which is just great deck building. So we're gonna keep that. We have our Bridge. We have our land. We just kind of have a little bit of everything. Needle can name Elvish Reclaimer, so that's great. So we get to play our Void, and we can play 2 Bauble to protect that. Unfortunately, we can't Inquisition and name Elvish Reclaimer. I think we're going to Inquisition first, and then Needle Reclaimer. It does give that an action, but I think it will be worth it, and it is a good payoff. Because we're going to take Liliana, we have Bridge to protect us from Tarmogoyf, and Soul God Lantern does not really do much. So obviously, Tekanuma can get back whatever we do, but that's going to be a little bit from now. So we'll take Liliana. You can even argue taking Goyf, because it's an early play, and then like maybe Needle Liliana or something like that. But I think taking Liliana, they're going to play Goyf out, probably attack with this, or maybe hold it up to activate it. They don't know exactly what we're on yet, but... Next turn, we're going to play Needle, probably name Reclaimer. Hopefully they attack with this. That'd be cool. They didn't? Okay. Oh, they did. Okay, awesome. So we're not going to crack a Bauble here because we have our land drop. We don't want to draw extra cards with holding Bridge. We know their hand is this and a Mystery card. So let's start with Lantern here. Ugh. That's a great card. That's really annoying. That really... Let's shuffle that away because we know we're drawing another Lantern. So we're going to Needle, name Elvish Reclaimer. And that's why this this deck has kind of been going through some rough points, just because we'll see what they're drawing. They're drawing a Bauble. just because of the creation of Boseiju. It's kind of really hinders our deck. Oh man, so they drew the Thoughtseize last turn. They take our bridge. Now we're kind of looking like a fool here. We're gonna have to draw with this bubble again because we know we're drawing. And there's Liliana. That's not looking good. We lose really hard to decks that require a lot of Pithing Needle effects. So that's kind of frustrating. So hopefully we draw. We know we're drawing a Lantern. Hopefully we could draw like a land and a bridge again. But they're just gonna slam Lily here, and we're just gonna be kind of screwed. They should know we're drawing a Lantern anyway, so unless they just want to draw. Wow, we got the bridge if we draw a land here. We did not. So we're gonna play out this. That's a good draw. Play our bubble out. We're gonna hold Inquisition. They're gonna plus Lily. We need to hit a land. Like really, really need to hit a land here. They're gonna draw Lily. Okay. Another Goyf, that's fine. Lily is the problem. Even if we get the bridge lock, I mean, we'll just do this now. It doesn't matter. This matchup's going to be tough just because they have a lot of angles of attack. Play Lily, plus Lily. There needs to be a land under here or we're just screwed. I mean, that's not the worst. So we will name Lily, play Pixis. We don't really care about Dolphy. We're going to have to Pixis into a land, though. That's going to be the annoying part. But they can also... Sacrosanct... No, they can't search for Boseiju and play it. Alright, there's a land. And then that gives them to draw Lily, so that's fine. So now we're looking pretty good. So we know they have Voidwalker and Liliana in hand, and those two do nothing. And they're drawing a land also. So now we're starting to stabilize a little bit. We're gonna draw this land. I'm just nervous about making them mill themselves, and I don't know what's on top. Another land, so we can mill this at the end of the turn. Let's see. Ending. We'll draw Ending. They have Thoughtseize, so that's a dead draw for them, and then we can actually use this to get rid of Dolphy to turn on our graveyard for Academy Ruins. So now we can get back like a bauble or anything for extra draws up, so we're probably not going to do that. Dark Confidant. So obviously we're milling that. We'd be milling the card anyway, so it doesn't matter, but Saga's great. We're going to draw that because that means we can get access to... Oh, that's also really good. Get access to whatever we need. Now this game's actually looking pretty secure, despite everything I just said prior to that. Nice. Okay, so this is great. The opponent realized that they weren't going to win, didn't make us play it out, and they see Shredder coming. And obviously, like 2 to 3 Shredder effects plus Lanterns, pretty game. And then we have Saga coming off to get another Shredder. So in this matchup, they interact with the graveyard a lot. So we want Dolphy, Voidwalker, Fatal Push for the Goyfs and the Elves. We want Pithing Needle to name Lily, Reclaimer. I think is really important. They're definitely going to be bringing in Graveyard, or not Graveyard, Artifact Hate. They have Boseiju. So we have Spellskite here. We have potentially Welding Jar. So this is just like Black-Green Rock. Take out 3 Thoughtseize. I don't think we need Talisman here. We want to keep all the Graveyard things. Cookbook, we can get rid of that also. I think this is fine. Just early interaction. I mean, I guess they do play Witherbloom now, so I think Spellskite's kind of important. Let's try that. All right, so this hand has 5 lands, so I think we can mull this hand, even though it stinks mulligan against a discard deck. This hand is much better. It has 2 lands, bridge, 2 bridges for protection. I think we're going to pitch Ending here, because we don't have a white source. We could draw a white source, but we'll try that. We're going to keep the double bridge just in case they take it away, but no turn 1 play. That's great for us. And cool, we get a nice turn 1 Inquisition. So this is the Witherbloom we were talking about. Necromentia. What would they name? They could name Bridge. They could name a bunch of things. I'm kind of nervous. Witherbloom hits all our things, all our artifacts. Dark Confidence, also annoying. They have All three of these cards are really annoying, actually. Necromentia might be the most annoying. Dark Confidant's going to draw them a lot of cards, but we can't get rid of it. I don't know what they would name with Necromentia. Maybe Bridge? That would be... I feel like we have to take Necromentia. If they name Bridge, then we're just like boned. Witherbloom trades for a Lantern. Dark Confidant is going to get them a lot of card advantage here. We're going to take Necromentia because we have the bridges and Witherbloom doesn't hit that. So they're obviously going to play Bob here. Maybe we could draw some removal. Courtyard, not really what we want to see. Play Lantern out, Reclaimer. Play out a Bauble, and I guess pass. Boseiju doesn't really do much here. And they're drawing Thoughts, or what they draw? They revealed Reclaimer. So they could hit Lantern if they want. Played Urborg, so their hand is this. Why couldn't we see what we they drew before? Let's, we're gonna shuffle our own graveyard. Because we don't want to draw that land. Okay. And we will bauble here. We know they're drawing the Thoughtseize, but we want to draw that card also. That's a good one. Ah, that's tough. I think we have to kill the Bob. The Bob's just gonna draw them out way too much. So I think we're gonna play the land here. Typically we would wait to see if we can Ancient Stirrings into Saga, but I think we're gonna ending Bob here. And then Stirrings. We're gonna take the Needle here. There you have Thoughtseize, and if they want to take the Needle, that's fine. They're probably going to do that just because we have two bridges. But we can always Needle the Reclaimer. Tireless Tracker. Interesting. Okay. Catacombs we knew about. Then they can still play Reclaimer. I kind of want to draw a land here. They just have so much value with, alright, so they might take one bridge and hope to blow up another. Okay. So they're going to play, oh my gosh, Thoughtseize bug. So we're still going to play this out. So that way we can't get attacked. And then they play out Reclaimer, thinking everything's fine, and then we can Needle Reclaimer. I don't know how much we care. Actually, how much do we care about Reclaimer? Well, maybe we do with Saga. Yeah, they're just going to get so much value out of these tokens here. Reclaimer, sure. Okay, well, we're definitely naming Reclaimer here. Reclaimer, play out a Pixis, and pass. So they can get in. We have to dump this bridge. I'm not sure what they're gonna get with Urza Saga. They might get Pithing Needle and name like one of our things, but we'll see. Because of course we can always name like Clue Token and stuff like that, but that's not worth it. So they should crack these. I don't see the point of making tokens for them. Yeah. They're just gonna draw so many cards here. Oh, another Bob. So much value. Shadow Spear we don't care about. Play Pixis, and then we can get empty-handed here. Alright. We just gotta hope to fade a bunch of things. What is Bob drawing? Oh, Crime Punishment? Oof. That's great for them. So Crime Punishment, no, you wouldn't know this card unless you know, but destroy each artifact, creature, and enchantment with mana value X. So they can just set X for 3 and then just kill us. That's a great top deck for them. And they got a tracker. Bridge. I guess because Tracker's dead, we'll take one more then. There's a Saga. Yeah, so Tracker died because it was a 3 CMC. I was just thinking it was artifacts, but it's artifacts and creatures. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, we have 1 turn to draw a bridge. Can we do it? No. Okay. Whew. So because they're graveyard based, I guess we probably could have brought Kai in also, just like as another angle. We know they have Boseiju. That's another thing we can name with Pithing Needle. Tracker. There's so many things to name. I think we can probably bring Ending in. If they're bringing in Crime Punishment, I think it is more about protecting, but they just have so many value. I don't know. I feel like I want to bring Kai in. Then bring out maybe like 1 Pixis. I think that's fine. Alright, so we're on the play this time. This hand has no land, so we have to mull. This hand has 3 lands and some interactions, so we're going to keep. I guess we'll pitch an Ending here. So we're gonna pass. If they disrupt our hand, they can take Needle. That's fine. Then we get to keep the, like, whatever they take, it's kind of fine. I just don't want to blind Needle something. They just have too many things to name. I took bridge, okay. Saga, we'll play the Saga out. Yeah, we can, I guess, be patient. Even though that's annoying, but... Alright, they target us. I'm just gonna yield, save time. Alright, opponent has their own Saga. They can make construct tokens. Ours are gonna be larger, obviously. Now they're... I would imagine they're gonna take a Needle? Yeah. Almost makes me wish I had my ley lines in the sideboard, right? And then their own Needle. Oh man. They're gonna Needle Urza Saga. I'm feeling it. Yes. We have Ending, so it's not the biggest deal, but we don't have any artifacts. Speak of the devil, there's an artifact. I guess we do this now. We don't get to make a construct this turn, but... Alright, at least we know we're hitting our lands. Because these Sagas are going to go away. Dark Confidant's good for them. Again, they can make constructs now on their turn, but like... Also, they knew we had Prismatic Ending, so they knew that we were going to blow that up. I mean, it'd be great if they just passed and started trying to make constructs, but I don't think they're going to do that. Oh, Necromentia. So, we want them to name Bridge. They named Shredder. Okay. So, like, currently we are on the beatdown plan, so we don't really care. So we're going to make a construct token. So they took all our Shredders. So I think... And we have things. So we're going to have to get Pixis here. I don't think we need a Needle. We'll get a Pixis for now, because we have another Saga anyway. Oh, there's Kaya. That's great, actually. So we'll get our Saga going. And then we'll pass. And then... I guess they can draw Bob. Bob's just going to do damage to them. Kind of get them card advantage, but... Shadow Spear is going to be really annoying, actually. And we do not... So, Kaya deals with Shadow Spear. So actually, that's not too much of a worry. We'll see what they play, though. Probably Bob. Oh, that's annoying. We're not going to search, because we want Kaya. So we can play Kaya out. Exile Shadow Spear. And then we can start getting the beat down in. Do we care about this Tarmogoyf? Kinda do. We also don't really want this land. Alright, they're gonna fetch. Okay, I mean, we'll get rid of a Liliana too. We would have done that anyway. Thoughtseize, that's a dead card for them, so that's cool. Dark Confidant. Pithing Needle. Oh, Dothie's good, actually. So we're going to exile 2 cards. Guess we'll just take the 2 lands. And then we'll play out Pithing Needle. Naming Elvish Reclaimer, I guess. We don't know what their other card in their hand is, but I'm just gonna keep getting in. Dothie's gonna be good, it's just like unblockable damage. So they're gonna draw Elvish Reclaimer. And then we don't want them to have Boseiju, so we're gonna mill that. They're gonna draw Tarmogoyf, okay. So we're gonna have to try to keep the graveyard small, it looks like. It's kind of annoying. Get him for 2. Hopefully Bob... Oh, they're gonna attack Kaya, okay. Elvish Reclaimer, sure. So we don't want to draw this land here. Stirring's actually pretty good. Liliana's a problem. I think we have to take Ensnaring Bridge here. And then we have to do this because we don't want them to make us discard. Let's say that's plus first. I'll get rid of Necromancia and Bauble. And then we have to shuffle away Liliana. And hope to live. Witherbloom command. So basically we want Bob to kill... but can Witherbloom command kill Bob? Can it target itself? I think it can. Oh, it's non-creature. Okay. So they're going to kill Kaya. That's fine. 5 at me, 2 there. Okay. So we kind of just want... We're kind of relying on Bob to kill them. That would be ideal. They're not attacking with this. I think that's a mistake because they don't... Unless they're going to Witherbloom that. And then activate. That is my guess. Because that's a sorcery, so they have to do that right now. And then hopefully they're not just like sitting on crime punishment. Okay, so they did do that. Now they can activate that. You fucking kidding me? Their last card was Thoughtseize. That's so sad. Damn. Very unlucky. Six, 7, 8, 9. I feel like we can't draw the Stirrings either, which sucks. We need to draw exactly Bridge. Saga, yeah. Alright, so we'll Pixis ourselves. Pixis ourselves. Shuffle. No. Oh, there's the bridge too. Unfortunate. That was a close one. I feel like that's a pretty tough matchup. But unfortunately, we just missed out. Alright, welcome to round 3. We are on the draw again. This hand looks fine. It doesn't have a green source for stirrings, but it does have a saga and another land, so that's fine. Wooded foothills. We don't know what we're up against. Plain forest. Crashing footfalls, okay. So up against rhinos. We'll see how this matchup pans out. In terms of needling, it's not really much to needle. And they're drawing the outburst, okay. Play lantern. Obviously, we know outburst is on top. They're thinking about if they want to force this. Oh, okay. That's fine with us. If they're forcing that, they're not forcing a bridge. And then we just kind of have to... Thoughtseize is great, actually. So... They could... Okay, they played that tap, so they don't have ice. So we're going to start with the Thoughtseize, probably take the outburst, or they probably have like a shardless or another outburst in hand. No, they don't. Okay, their hand is all lands, and they're just solely relying on foothills and Scalding Tarn. So we could needle. That's probably what we're going to do. Doesn't matter, they have their 3 lands, but they played the foothills. They play for Scalding Tarn. We'll name Scalding Tarn and pass. We do have to worry about these rhinos that will come off suspend. So hopefully we can find a bridge with these ancient stirrings. Okay, or we can just find it now. That's pretty cool. We are going to have to worry about... let's spend a turn to... Stirrings and Pixis. Because we could slam a bridge now, which wouldn't be the worst. We've got a lantern here, so that's actually really good. So now we can kind of set up the defense, because if we don't want them to draw like force and negation, we don't want them to draw that. We are drawing Inquisition, so that's not the biggest deal. But if they draw force, so we know they have Scalding Tarn and Mystery card in hand. We'll see if they crack this, actually. They might, just because they don't want to draw force, and they might just go get their Triumph. That'd be ideal for us. Oh, they're using their... Wow, they're using their bar. So we could fizzle this, but we don't really care, because it's just going to go back to our hand. Okay, good. So they are going to fetch. And that's actually really good for us, actually. So we know they have force in hand. Oh, no, we don't know they have force in hand. Drawing Inquisition. I don't think we want that. All right, well, so we could punish them and get a needle their Misty for not fetching, but we're just gonna get a Shredder here because we have Lantern. And now we can just kind of play out everything. Unless they're literally holding up force that they drew, which I'd be very sad about. No, they didn't. Okay. So we're actually gonna fix this because we don't want to draw ours either. They could fetch in response to hide that. Okay. An island, we don't care. Okay, and then they're drawing a land, so that's fine. So they can end step Brazen Borrower. It's just crazy they bounced the Lantern. That's such a... I don't know. It seemed super unnecessary. Yeah, so they play that. Does nothing. We know they still have Scalding Tarn in hand. They're going to draw a land. They're going to play the Rhinos. That's fine. This game should be locked up. We're going to get another Shredder with Saga here, and we should be good to go. We also have two Saga or two Stirring to find. Oh, they're just drawing lands. We're just gonna yield to end step. We're gonna want to draw this, so it's fine. We're not gonna mill ourselves or them. Okay, so they understood that they weren't getting there, so that's great. Wow, they... I wasn't expecting that. They conceded the entire match. That's kind of funny, but basically post board, it actually gets a lot harder for us. So I'm surprised they did that because they usually bring in 4 Force of Vigor. Sometimes they have Prismari Command, so I guess they're just not having it. So we'll take it. All right, welcome to round number 4. Sorry about the third round, but this hand looks like a keep. We have our colors, we have early disruption, we have some dig, and we have some of our combo, so looking pretty good. Let's see what our opponent is playing. Hopefully it's not a Thoughtseize deck. A white deck. As for Sentinel, so this could be either mono white hammer, which we haven't seen in a bit. But let's see what they are. Unfortunately, we're going to draw them a card, but can't just do nothing. We're going to take Pure Seer Paladin, because their hand really doesn't do anything else. They have Inkmoth Nexus, Marsh Flats. They just have a lot of mana and not much. So as long as they don't draw Sigarda's Aid. Marsh Flats, crack that. They'll probably play out Springleaf and Relic here. So it is, oh, so it's blue-white. Oh my god, they top decked the Pure Steel Paladin. That's sad. Okay, so looks like they're drawing another card here. That's really really sad. No. So we do this first so that they draw the card and then we can see what they drew. We're gonna take the hammer, most likely. Except they have a Stone Forge, so they get to play the hammer and equip it. Man, that stinks. Yeah, they kind of just drew everything there. So if we take Stone Forge, they just play the hammer, equip it, and then swing. If we take the hammer, they play Stone Forge, get a hammer, play hammer, and do the same thing. I guess we'll take that. It's kind of a lose-lose situation. We are drawing Prismatic Ending, so that's something. And that's why we're taking Stone Forge. So they are drawing Sigarda's Aid, so they could save it for an Inkmoth Nexus activation, which would save us some time. Okay, they're not going to do that. And their hand is... I think it was like another land. What was it? Oh, Relic. Relic and a land. Okay, so they're going to play the Sigarda's Aid. Okay. Play Relic, sure. Get in for 13. We would love a bridge at some point, but... Okay, we're drawing the ending. So we're just gonna... get rid of Colossus Hammer. Unfortunately, we can't get rid of... anything else. Giver. Alright, so that lets us... We'll have to play Pixis here. I think we just lose regardless. Our lifesteal is too low, and... they're going to get in for 3. We play a bridge. Yeah, we just lose here. Because we'd have to get a land and play bridge at the same time, and that's not possible. Alright, so... against... Blue-white hammer, we have... We'll bring in Fatal Push for early interaction. Kaya just hits all the 1-drops, so she can hit a hammer. And Needle can name hammer or Stoneforge, give her runes. And then we will take out all the graveyard stuff that we don't need. Soul Guide, Relic, Cookbook. Take out Thoughtseize too, they just have so much redundancy. They might have like Cathar. Do like welding jars. Don't need that. Try it like that. Yes, we would like to be on the play. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. It has Boseiju to hit, instant speed, early interaction, all the good stuff. Bauble for Glimmer Void. It's kind of a very reaction based hand, but I think it's fine. So we'll go Thoughtseize. They kept 7. So hopefully it's nothing too crazy. Wow, that's what they kept. I mean, they have so much mana. Go to Springleaf Drum. Play out our Bauble. Pass. That's a interesting hand here. So we got rid of Drum just because that kind of ramps them if they do draw anything good, and if they play like Spear, that's all part of combat, and we can exile. So they're gonna play out Spear, yeah. And we have Bridge for that. Stirrings, okay. It's a good draw. So there's the Ensnaring Bridge, there's Lantern, there's Needle. Right now we're on the reaction plan. So I don't think we could just get the bridge now. Let's just get the bridge now. Because we still have Bauble, I think we're fine to get the bridge and not like an artifact. This will let us hold up push also. Okay, we knew they had Urza Saga. Push gets rid of tokens. We do the Lantern, that's really good. I just don't know if I want to play this Boseiju out or hold it up. I might just hold it for this turn and then maybe... Oh, never mind. So we know we're drawing a land, so that's fine. We don't mind missing the land drop there. Stoneforge. So they're probably going to play... Okay, they just drew that. They're going to play land and pass. We're still hold Bauble, just for a little bit more. If we play out Bridge now, they could still attack for a little. We don't really care. I don't know what they could get otherwise. I think we're fine to play out the Bridge here. I don't know exactly what they could get with Saga, but they're definitely going to make a construct here. I think it's going to end up being too large to attack. As for Sentinel, kind of annoying, but we have push or ending for that. I'm probably going to end up saving these for... Alright, good. They made another construct. So they are going to be 4/4s. I don't know what they're going to get with this. They could get a Springleaf Drum. They definitely run more than one. They could get their own Pithing Needle. They could Needle Bauble. We don't really care. Okay. Tameshi. They can name one of these. Oh my gosh, they named Ghoulcaller's Bell. We do not run that card. We are a good Lantern deck. It's actually kind of scary. Tameshi. And we could always Boseiju whatever anyway. I guess we'll play this out and just pass. We could always Mishra's Bauble and Fatal Push this. There's a Hammer. They play their planes out. Okay, they're going to fetch away the Hammer. We definitely need a Shredder here. Alright, another Hammer on top. Stoneforge, go get... Probably Reality Chip. Is my guess. Yep. Play Reality Chip. We're 100% gonna ending that, or push that. Okay. Definitely don't want them having that card advantage. And now we get to draw Inquisition and actually take away Tameshi. So that's kind of cool. Their hand is Tameshi and 3 lands. Nice. And we will just pass, I guess. We could ending this, but if we're getting hit for 1, I guess they could equip this and swing for 2 lifelink. As for Sentinel, alright, they didn't equip. They attack with it, that's kind of silly, okay. I guess we like have to use this. I guess we'll just ending this now. We're gonna hold on to ending. We don't care if they get in for a little bit of damage. I just don't want to necessarily waste it. They're drawing a land. Probably use it on Sentinel here. Because we don't want to get for 3 a turn at least. 2 is fine this turn. Okay. Thinks we're drawing another land, but... Another ending. Hit up Sentinel. Pay the 1. I'm still really, I'm like holding on to this. I'm so reluctant. They're just drawing nothing but lands, but we're also drawing... Alright, they fetch that away. A hammer, sure. I don't know what they could draw in terms of artifacts that would... I think we need to... Let's do this. Let's draw 2 cards, and hopefully they're actually good cards. No, they're not good cards. Shredder is good. Okay. That's just ending one of these. And then we'll take another 1 damage. Okay, Pure Steel Paladin, that's a big deal. So we can play Shredder and mill that. It's a big deal because it draws them cards, is the problem. Saga's good. I don't know what we could mill them into that's important. As for Sentinel, we don't really care about. And then with Urza Saga, we can make construct tokens. Alright, obviously we're going to be milling that. Get hit for 1 again. They can't do anything about that. Pure Steel Paladin again. They have a lot of hammers in hand, so they can draw a bunch of cards. That's kind of annoying. They can draw 2 cards with that. They play their hammers out, but then they can't. Okay. We can't let them have ending. I mean, what's endings? Ending can't get rid of our bridge, but... That's kind of annoying. So they're probably hoping to play hammers and equip to Esper Sentinel. Let's do this. We're going to do this now because we don't want them to equip to tax us. If they search, they shuffle away Prismatic Ending, and it lets us... Okay, they didn't search. So they draw Ending here. They can hit Shredder or... We're just going to shuffle that away. Maybe we should have shuffled Pure Steel away. I don't know. They get to draw a lot, but... Okay, they just drew a bunch of times. They drew a Saga. Now we're just looking for another Lantern of Insight or Academy Ruins here. We meant to mill ourselves. We knew it was on the top of our deck. Damn it. That's annoying. Yeah, we meant to mill our land off the top. So we're just hoping that they don't hit anything crazy. They'll just make a construct and pass. We'll do the same. Cigar does aid. We have enough mana to do everything. We'll go get another lantern here. And then we will Ancient Stirrings. Go get a Pixis. Any order. Play Pixis. We don't want them having a Pure Steel because then they draw 2 cards. Giver we don't care about. It's not an artifact and we're not attacking anyway. Not 100% sure what they could get here. I don't think they run 2 needles, right? Another hammer to draw a card. Another Pure Steel Paladin. Okay. They play Giver. They play Springleaf Drum. They're empty-handed. And I think they're dead. Now we just have to play towards the clock. Spell Pierce. Nice. So we get Saga, which will get us an eventual another Shredder. Oh, Kaya's good. Spell Pierce does nothing. So we'll just let that go. Cigar Aid does nothing either. But because we're gonna mill them out, we'll just probably don't even have to waste time with Kaya, to be honest. But we have 13 minutes to win the next, or probably have like 10 minutes to win the next game, so we should be fine. So we could just get another Shredder. Just gotta make sure we don't get no ending problems. Okay. That's fine. They're saving up fetches, which we don't really care about. Go get another Shredder here. Play out a land. There are 20 cards. We're not even going to worry about Kaya here. We will Pixis though. Alright, if they want to draw Seal of Cleansing, okay. Make them shuffle that away. So that's what we have to worry about. Seal of Cleansing. And we know they have Spell Pierces in hand. Another Prismatic Ending. They just have a lot of removal, huh? Another Saga. We'll take that. Get rid of Ending. Maybe they fetch. Maybe they don't. They don't. We'll let them draw that. It doesn't do anything. And plus we have Fatal Push if need be. Make another Construct token. Sure. The Seal of Cleansing. Actually, we'll Fix this because we don't really want to draw land here. They'll shuffle again, and then we'll mill in response. They have to let that go. They shuffle a land away. Pretty standard now. Like nothing fancy here. Oof. That's a good one. Playing to Teferi. Alright, so that's kind of scary. That's something we didn't... I guess we could have assumed because they're blue-white. So they have Teferi. So things we can name with Pithing Needle now are Baby Teferi, Hammer, in addition to all the other things. That's what they were playing towards, I guess. That's why they kept trying to get in there. Do we want to change anything? I don't think so. Because they have Pithing Needle, we definitely want to keep 2 Pixis in there. They named Ghoulcaller's Bell, which obviously was incorrect, but they don't know that. A lot of decks do run that card. I don't think we need that card. Alright, so with this hand, it's kind of interesting. We're going to try it. It has our combo, but like not much else. So we're going to hope to draw into some good things, but hopefully they don't play turn 1 Asper Sentinel, because that's really annoying. We're going to look to play Blooming Marsh into Inquisition, then turn 2 Lantern to Pixis. Hallowed Fountain untapped into Drum. Good, okay. Ornithopter. Tap Ornithopter, play Sentinel. Okay, that's annoying. Bridge, nice. So we're still going to Inquisition here. They're going to draw one. We're going to see what they draw. No. Alright, we're going to take the Seal of Cleansing. Hammer we can deal with. Seal of Cleansing we can't right now. We can also Pithing Needle Seal of Cleansing, which is something to consider. We could also leave that and keep Welding Jar and take away the hammer, but I think this is fine. So this is their hand. They're obviously going to play Saga here. Make a bunch of constructs. What did they draw? Fuck, they drew Sigarda's Aid. That's such shit. Very lucky by them. So we need Prismatic Ending here. Damn, I can't put... Damn, that sucks. I mean, the hammer gets lucky like that. Alright, the final round, we are on the draw for the, I think, 5th time in a row? 5th game, every game? It's crazy. This hand we can't keep, it just has Boseiju and nothing else. So we're gonna mulligan. This hand is a lot better. So we're definitely gonna keep this. Probably, I don't know if, probably gonna throw back a basic. This is tough. We could throw back Prismatic Ending. We don't know what we're up against. I want to keep Bridge, obviously, and I want to keep these. We'll probably just put back Prismatic Ending because we don't have an artifact to get with Glimmervoid, and we don't want to be like super greedy about it. We could be greedy and hope the Stirrings into something, but I've been burned by that before. Alright, opponent kept 5. Another hammer deck? Oy. I mean, now I kind of wish I kept Ending, but it's okay. Yeah, now we have the white source here. That's funny. Alright, we're going to lead off on Inquisition. Ornithopter, Pure Steel, Reality Chip. Let's take Paladin here. We don't care about Ornithopter. Reality Chip can be annoying, but definitely don't want them to have Pure Steel with open mana. They have no lands, but they can play Ornithopter and Springleaf Drum to make something. They can just play Reality Chip here if they want, which is what it looks like they're doing. Oh, these hammer players top decking like gods here. It also sucks that and they got Coldra. It sucks that they're running Ornithopter. I think some lists weren't. I'm not sure, but because it gets around Bridge if they have Sigarda's Aid. So let's play this. We have to play our green source out, so if we hit Saga, So we're definitely going to be taking... We're going to be taking 5 with Cauldra. So let's start with Stirrings here. We could take Shredder. So that way all we need is Lantern. There's 2 good cards that we would really like to have. Yeah, I guess we'll just take Shredder here. Play Shredder. See what they are drawing. They're drawing a Saga. I don't want them to have a Saga. They have 2 cards in hand. Alright, we do a Pixis. That's solid. Next turn, we're definitely going to slam Bridge. Alright, so we know that they're going to tap 2 here. Play Cauldra, that's fine. They have a mystery card in hand that they kept. Okay. Play this. Get Bridge out, so that way nothing can be done about it, and pass. We just really want to get a Lantern out just to get that full lock. Another Stoneforge. They get a Hammer. Get it for 1. Like mill ourselves. Land. Saga, that's great. There's our Lantern. We can Inquisition. Oof. I'm gonna take Cigar as aid. They just have, they're drawing like hot, man. We'll play Pixis. And we'll pass. So they just had the win next turn with well, maybe not the win, but they would have gotten in for a lot. So now they're going to play Reality Chip here. Which is going to make it harder for us to deal with once that's equipped. Oh, there was a Lantern. It's kind of frustrating. Okay. That's always like the downside of milling yourself. It's if you're like, oh, I don't want to mill anything. And they drew a Saga. You don't want to mill like an important card, but it's all like, no, it's not the same. Okay, they're gonna reconfigure onto that. That's sure. So now they can play stuff off the top of their deck. They shouldn't swing in with anything. Yeah. We can make a token here. We can still mill ourselves. Go get a Lantern. They have a land on top. What do we want to needle here? We can't needle Reality Chip because it's already equipped. Can needle... They don't have to fairy main board, I'm pretty sure, so... They do have hammers. I mean, maybe we don't have to needle anything right now. Because we know what they're drawing. So they can play Giver. We don't really care about that. They can play Ornithopter. We don't care about that. We do care about that, though. So they do have the fairy main deck. They're going to mill that away. They can fetch away Esper Sentinel. Are you kidding me? They literally... Oh my god. It's crazy, this luck. Then they just bounce Bridge and we lose. Or I guess we don't lose, but... That's insane. They bounce Bridge. We block the Germ, replay Bridge, play Pithing Needle. That's absurd. Alright. Yeah, we don't lose. I got a little dramatic there. That's okay. We'll draw a Lantern just because it's like a shuffle effect. Play out Bridge. Play Lantern. Play Pithing Needle. Name to Fairy. And then they get a land on top, and now they get to search for something. Probably their own Needle. Either Needle, Shredder, or Pixis. Relic, okay. That's fine. If that's all they're getting with Urza Saga, then we don't really care. Yeah, we don't care about Stoneforge either. Yeah, we don't care about that. We can always pay for Esper Sentinel now, so we don't really care. Springleaf Drum is fine. They'll tap, play that. Protection from red. Prevent all damage. We don't care about that. Okay. I feel like they should have built up maybe a better board before doing all that stuff, but we're gonna Pixis because we don't want. Okay, cool. We'll definitely draw the Shredder here. I mean, with them casting all these spells, it's gonna make it a lot harder. Oh man, God, we have nothing to get rid of this. No. Oh, God. Let's see. Do they have a hammer in hand? They don't. Oh, wait, they do. God damn it, dude. No, that's so annoying. They drew exactly what they needed. All right. We'll board the same way we boarded before. Bring in Pithing Needle, Fatal Pushes, Kaya. Spellskite. Take out Cookbook, Soul Guide, Relic. This, and Thoughtseize. Man, I can't believe they got that lucky. Double Thoughtseize. I mean, they drew a million cards, but still, it's... I don't know. Alright, this hand... This hand's fine. Can lead off on Inspire. Bauble. I don't want to blind name anything just yet. But maybe we'll actually bauble them and see what they're drawing, actually. Of course it's a Sentinel, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Because we're gonna play Spellskite and not even trigger her. Another land, that's good for bridge. Play Esper Sentinel. Pass. Well, now that's kind of annoying. Okay. Play that Spellskite. Because obviously we want to Inquisition here, but hopefully we have time. Springleaf Drum. Pure Steel Paladin. Oh, Stoneforge, okay. So we're definitely gonna... hopefully they get Cauldra. They got a hammer, okay. And Thoughtseize. So let's Inquisition. Yeah, we'll pay 1. Of course they have Sigarda's Aid, Prismatic Ending. And their hand stacked. We're gonna take Sigarda's Aid and probably Prismatic Ending. Because we can always redirect it to Spellskite, but... Their hand is a land and 2 artifacts. But yeah, they had... Next turn, they just had the win with Inkmoth Nexus. Just like all these crazy draws here. I could attack, get him for 1, I guess. No, they did not. Okay. We're going to float mana because we're going to play bridge. I mean, I guess we're going to get a lantern. Pithing needle, pithing needle. So I guess they draw the pithing needle. They get a saga. Okay. It's probably going to preemptively pithing needle either Teferi or... I mean, they have Seal of Cleansing most likely. It's probably like the same exact deck as last game. Ornithopter is really annoying. They could name one of these two. They could name Codex Shredder, Pixis, I'm not sure. We can always just kill whatever with Prismatic Ending, but I'm curious what they name. Maybe it's Ghoulcaller's Bell again. They named Codex Shredder. Okay, that's a fair name. So they can start gaining life, I guess, but we don't really care about that. They didn't even attack. That's so weird. Alright. We're just gonna dump our hand. Pay 2. Oh, pay 2 to prevent this. No. Pure Steel Paladin. Let's name Very Time Raveler. And then we'll name Seal of Cleansing. So, because we don't care if they make a bunch of constructs, or else we would name Urza Saga, but what we do care about is them getting Reality Chip. Reality Chip is bad once they get that, and they're going to draw a lot with Pure Steel. So I'm kind of tempted to kill Pure Steel with Prismatic Ending, but what sucks is we're going to get these... We're going to die slowly because... Okay, now they can't attack, so... So anything we play, they just get to draw a card off of, but... Another bridge, oh my god. Well, I guess if they bounce... I guess we're like protected in that regard, but... I mean, sure, they can draw planes, I guess. Another Stoneforge. So that's what sucks. If they get Stoneforge, then they can get Tameshi. Because obviously they're running that. Oh, actually, they don't... Oh, no, they can draw... I guess they drew Stoneforge, and there was another Stoneforge on top. This is killing me. They must have something for this bridge, and they're just gonna swing all out or something. We literally have all 4 bridges in hand. God, I really don't want to draw this bridge. 3 bridges. Can't do anything. Cigar to Zaid. But they have to shuffle that back in. Yeah, we couldn't... Damn, yeah, we couldn't empty our hand out. Alright, so those games, some of them went well, most didn't. The deck was surprisingly more competitive than I thought it would be. Luckily, we didn't run into any blue-white because we're terrible against that deck. But like you guys saw, we were able to hold off the decks for the most part, but eventually they kind of outdrew us. The last game was just brutal, though, having all 4 bridges. So yeah, what do we think about Lantern in the current meta? Like I said, we didn't run into any of the top decks like Murktide or Blue-White, but we did face Rhinos who hilariously conceded early. I think that's a decent matchup for us, as long as they use Brazen Borrow correctly or force our bridges or something like that. We drew Boseiju once, didn't really get to utilize it too much, but I still think it's a good addition. Very flexible. I think the main deck is pretty, at least for my list, pretty stock. We didn't run into any Blood Moon, so Talisman didn't come up. We boarded it out a lot, but I think it's still fine to have just in case. We also didn't run into any Living End, which we had our graveyard package here, and I think we do really well against them just because they attack, so we have bridge, they focus on the graveyard, and we have a lot of hand disruption. So our deck is kind of built to beat that. Overall, I'd say the games were fine. If you guys are looking for more content on Lantern, feel free to join the Lantern Discord. I'm always on there talking, a lot of cool people there. And if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. A lot of people ask kind of similar questions, so if you ask them in the comments below, maybe other people can see them and kind of get those answers that way. I also love answering anything about these decks or in any of my other videos, so never be afraid to leave a comment, give some constructive criticism, always open to that. Nobody plays perfect. I definitely don't play perfect, as you saw in game 1, but we do what we can. I appreciate all the support. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, that like button, and we'll see you next time. Peace.